Hello everybody out there on lockdown. A lot of people are kind of chilling at home right now, hanging out, and they went to the grocery store these past few weeks and spent their entire life savings on a bunch of junk food. They've been eating that for the past couple weeks on lockdown. Now we just found out we've got 5 more weeks mandated lockdown. So I thought it'd be time to make a little video about maybe for some of y'all that have thought about juicing but have had work and all this kind of other stuff going on. Never had the time to do it. Now you've got the time to do it. To give you an idea of a few recipes and some ways to go about it. So we're going to start with our first juice. This is a nice breakfast juice. I call it the electric breakfast. It's going to clean out the intestinal system and make sure that you're having those fantastic bowel movements. So it consists of coconut, papaya, ginger, mango, and a cantaloupe. First things first. So we're going to go ahead and juice up this little bit of cantaloupe that we cut up here. When you are juicing, it makes it a lot easier to clean up when you go ahead and just grab a grocery bag and stick it in this guy. Put it in that little container where all the rinds and everything go into. And then you just pop that back in. When I'm juicing things like cantaloupe, I don't even bother cutting off the rind because that's just going to get processed out anyways, and you're going to be left with the juice, and it also saves you a little bit of time. I do scoop out the seeds. I don't even think you really have to, but I do. One whole cantaloupe usually gives you about 24 ounces of juice. Now we got our cantaloupe juice. We're gonna pour this juice into our little blender, and we're gonna add mango. So you can't really juice a mango. A little bit too dense. You'd end up wasting a lot of the fruit. So what I like to do with our electric breakfast is I like to blend in the mango. Nice thing about mangoes is you can just use your hands. When you're cutting a mango, just place it on the side and cut it along the pit here, and you'll get most of the meat off. So we take the mango, throw it into our blender. Alright, once that's blended up, you got a nice thick juice. I don't like a lot of chunks in my juice, so I just go ahead and run it through a strainer. Repurposed. Now, we want to add our papaya. This papaya is looking a little bit terrible, and that's why we wanted to juice it. And juicing is a great opportunity if you've got some fruit that is about to go bad. Let's say you bought a little bit too much fruit. Juicing is a great way to use what is left. So this guy, and when mold fruit, run it through. So we're about to add the coconut water to it, which is a very alkaline water, helps cleanse the body along with all the melons. So,
No, you take off the skin and all that, but we don't put this on the internet.
so we got our fresh coconut water. And the cool thing about coconuts, especially during a pandemic, coconut is fruit. So if you're looking to store fruits and vegetables and you're eating a lot of dry goods for a long period of time, your digestion is going to get really stopped up. Coconuts, right off the tree, you can store for up to 3 months. Usually when you get them in the grocery store, it's taking about 2 months for them to get there. So you could store them. This one I bought maybe 3 weeks ago. So they store for a long time. The water, again, is very alkaline. It's natural alkaline water. The coconut itself is hermetically sealed. So when you hit into it, you'll even hear the seal break, and the water's very fresh. So we're gonna use this coconut water and pour it into our little blender here. And we want to add our little bit of spice. So I would suggest maybe an inch of ginger, like this. I don't necessarily like running the ginger through a juicer because you just don't get very much out of it. So I just cut off a little piece here. If I do run it through a juicer, it's through like we have a twin gear juicer, and usually you can get a good yield. But just for intents and purposes here, it's just nice to blend it up with that little bit of coconut water, and then we'll go ahead and strain it out. Come over here. Boom.
If you're not great at pouring, feel free to use a smaller bin.
I'm so terrible at pouring. I try and pour this into one of those. I end up losing all my juice and getting very upset. So this is what I do.
Transfer.
A little transfer action. So and then I love these little mason jars because they seal up. All right, and there it is, the electric breakfast. Delicious.